Michigan Out of Doors Magazine's OD is brought to you by Country Smokehouse of Almont, offering the best quality and satisfaction in homemade meats, sausage, and jerky. It's a Michigan destination. Check out the website at countrysmokehouseinc.com. And by Williams Gun Sight, located in Davison. Williams Gun Sight has Mid-Michigan's largest selection of used guns with over 2,000 in stock every day. Check out the website to view inventory and prices.
Well, this is our 28th season down here at Lake Erie in the Western Basin alone. The fishery has really changed because of the zebra mussel. The zooplankton got cleaned off the surface areas from the mussels, and now the water is cleaner. The fish are moving. The suspended walleye are going to the bottom now during high sun. Flat calm sunny days, so the fishery has really changed. We're trolling to cover more area to move with the fish and stay with them, and this is what's been the key out here this year. Starting in the spring in the Western Basin, cold water, so we want a smaller presentation, slower. We start out with a junior stick or a rebel crayfish. Slower action. As the water warms up, we move into more of a body bait. As the water temperature gets even warmer and the fish go deeper, then we go into a bigger lip crankbait to get down to certain depths. This series that starts in the spring and heads through midsummer will reverse itself in the fall and work its way back to the shoreline again. So it's just a reverse procedure. Back to small baits, slower presentation, colder water in November, December, January. Basically what we're going to do is I like to set upwind, just help set lines, and we're setting up on the Michigan-Ohio line just past the Michigan dump here. And we're going to take a northeast troll. The wind is actually in the middle of a switch right now. And just to cover some more area where we've got weeds coming out of the north, up out of the Detroit River, and I think right now if we set up here south and work our way north, I think this will be a better situation. We're trolling right around 2.1, 2.2 knots, which is about 2.4 to 2.8 miles an hour. The walleye right now seem to be right around 3/4. If we're fishing in 20, 22 foot of water, we're down about 14 to 18 feet. We're covering a variety there with different depths that we're letting behind the jet. Then we're also running some dipsy divers to cover towards bottom 4 or 5 feet of water, and any fish that are laying down on the bottom, we can cover those also. I have the bait right here, which this is a wiggle wart. And what we do is we run a snap swivel on the end, and we run a one length of the rod fluorocarbon leader to a bead and a swivel. And the reason why I run this setup is because if I need to change, number one, the bead stops the weeds from coming down and touching the bait. So if we get some weeds in the area or that gives me a little extra time before the weeds get on the bait and float it. So we stay in the water and got more fish time. The second system that we have is in our jet and our spoon system is we're able to take a jet and a spoon, same fluorocarbon leader, same snap swivel on the end of the spoon, and in this situation we still have the bead. You can see where it stops the mayfly and some of the weeds that come down on there before it gets to the jet. We have a new release that we designed on the jets and what this does is when the fish strikes, he opens it up in line like a dipsy diver, so when it snaps open, there's no more resistance on the jet. The jet is what gives the spoon the depth. The amount of line that we let out before we hook it up to the board will determine on how deep that spoon and jet will go. If I decide that I don't want to use this jet, I can take this snap off, this snap, hook it in line with that out, and then I can put my body bait on the back end here. So I can remove the spoon, put a body bait on there, take my jet out, and we're all in line. I still have my bead to stop it. This never changes the whole season. This gives me the versatility without pulling a leader off and wrapping it up, or taking different systems and trying to change over the whole process. This is just one easy step. You can run anything off it, from a crankbait to a body bait to a spoon, and you never have to worry about rolling up leaders and putting them away in your tackle. It's just one simple step, and pretty much everybody's using them now that we fish. Well, the number one advantage of running a spoon in a jet or a disc is that there's no tuning. You're not going to get pull left or right, so if you get a weed on there, or you get out of tune bait, which these will not, they pull straight, you won't get a tangle. So if you're running 3 or 4 board lines on each side, you never really have to worry about getting a tangle, for number one. And number two is you're always sure that it's tracking straight. You don't have to worry about that bait just being a little bit out of tune and not being able to draw a fish in.
Yep, I'm gonna back up.